Can we talk about hope? If we go by the Bible, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So faith and hope goes hand in hand, right? When I woke this morning, and after I did my meditation, my prayer, my devotion, I heard the word hope. So let's talk about hope. There's a few of us or a few people that feel like that they're on their last leg, at the end of their wits, at the end of their ropes. No matter whatever they try, they feel like that everything keep falling apart. It's time for us to work on that. I want to let you know there is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? There is light at the end of the tunnel. Many of us are going through some tests right now, and you feel like you're about to lose your mind because you're trying to figure out, why is this happening to me? It's a test. And when you finish going through this test, you're going to come out of it and you're going to be blessed. There's always a test before blessing, all right? There's always some testing before blessings. All right, so let's get to it. I got some cards set out here, the Sacred Rebel deck, and I also have my Halloween Oracle deck because somebody's in a dark place right now, and we need to come out of that. All right, so God, Divine, Source, I'm asking for a clear and concise message of hope. Okay. First card came out is a card called Dawn. It says the light after the darkness. See what I'm talking about? There is light after the darkness. Some of you are going through the dark night of the soul. I know it don't feel good. It got you feeling some kind of way. Some of y'all feeling like you want to throw in the towel. Some people are saying, fuck it. Some of them say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead on and do X, Y, and Z. Okay, and by you, if you do give in to that temptation, X, Y, and Z, then you're going to have an LMNOP in your life, okay? It says invisibility and authenticity. They want you to be your true self, okay? They want you to be your true self, all right? Yeah, stuff may not be going the way you want to. You might have a dripping faucet and you need somebody to come and repair it. However, don't resort to nothing negative, okay? Stay positive. Always on a good note. Always on a positive note, okay? The card on the bottom say in the world, not of the world. So you're in the world, but you're not of this world. You're here. You're going through some trials or some tests. You may have just wanted to find out what it's like just to be alive and have the emotions as a human. You could be just downloaded, baby. You could be just a program that's been downloaded onto this planet, into the body that you're in, so you can experience things that you can't feel if you were not in this body. Okay? And if you ask yourself, if you're really honest with yourself and sit with yourself and dig deep within, guess what your spirit gonna say? I'm having a wonderful time. Yeah. Now, your physical body, if you're not connected, if you're not spiritually connected, or maybe you haven't gotten to that place yet. But there's a place you'll get where you'll be able to sit back or just go within and ask yourself how you feel. Not your body. Ask your soul, your spirit, how you feel. And your spirit is going to tell you that it's excited because it's experiencing what it is not to have. It's experiencing what a heartbreak is. It's experiencing, okay, being in love, but being in love only by yourself. It's experiencing what it is to make a bunch of money and still don't have love. It's experiencing being sick, okay? All of these things that come is not for you to hold on to. You're supposed to say, okay, I've experienced that. I felt it. All right, I know now what it feels like. Now it's time to move on to something else. There are some people not going to tell you everything. They're going to give you little inklings of what they want you to know. And then you got to figure out the rest. Well, if I can make it as easy as possible, I'm going to do my best. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So you're in the world, but you're not of the world. Okay, you're a spirit. You're not this body. All right. What else you have for the collective that are feeling hopeless, or else not having enough, or feeling like they're in lack? We talked about being able to manifest some things, and yes, we can do that. All right, they want you to have some dreams. Look at, they say, dream a beautiful dream. Look at that. You need to start dreaming a beautiful dream about yourself and for yourself. You say you don't have a job, don't say that ever again. Just say, I'm temporarily out of funds. You don't have a job, don't say I don't have a job. Just say, I'm moving toward my best job, or I'm moving towards the job that's made just for me. I'm moving toward, you see what I'm saying? And you fill in the blanks. All right? But they want you to dream your best and beautiful dream. All right? They also want you to be in a receiving mode. You can't receive if you all you got is a bunch of gloom and gloom going on. You can't receive if your hands are closed, if you got a tight fist. If you ever notice anything about babies, when they're born, babies keep their hands open. Okay? But babies that are stillborn or something like that, their hands are closed. Okay? Now, I may have that backwards, but don't hold me to that, okay? But I've noticed this of some babies. And older people, the older group of people, when they see babies' hands like that, they say, oh, this child is going to be a very free-hearted person. But children that you see hands are tight-fisted, oh, this is going to be a selfish little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so they want you to be in a receiving mode. In order for you to be in a receiving mode, you're going to have to relinquish, let go, dissolve, okay? Diffuse whatever negative energy that you feel, even frustration, okay? Frustration is not a good place to be. You just have to let it go. Just say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to let it go. Take you some deep breaths and let it go. All right? Then begin to elate yourself. You know, you can muster up enough energy to make yourself happy. If you can manufacture it, if you can fabricate it, you can make it. Fabricate it, you can make it. You might not be feeling it at first, but it's going to take hold of you. Okay? You ever had some of them days you say, you know what? I'm going to be happy. I don't give a damn who like it or who don't. Right? Well, this is one of them times. Make yourself happy. They want you to go beyond the normal. All right? Make yourself happy. Go out. Take that extra step out and make yourself happy. If you got to go to Baskin Robbins and get yourself a scoop of lemon custard ice cream, make yourself happy, sister, brother, girlfriend, boyfriend, my friend. All right? Go beyond. Go beyond whatever the normal is. Whatever it is that you do on a daily basis, time to switch that up. Do something different. You wake up every morning and all you do is splash water in your face. This time, give yourself a facial. You wake up and you normally take a shower, a 5-minute shower, a 10-minute shower and get out. How about taking yourself a 30-minute to 45-minute bath? Okay, you normally get up and you probably just all your hands and the rest of your body, but not your feet. Do them damn feet for a change. Go above and beyond. Okay? All right. You might wear dreads. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing dreads. I wear them too from time to time, but I take mine back out. But yeah, if you're going to wear dreads, put some bow rings or some clips or something on the end of them. Do something to make yourself feel good. Because if you're a lady and you put barrettes on there, what it's going to do? It's going to bring in some nostalgic moments. Remind you of when you was a child and you wore barrettes. And all of a sudden, you're going to find a happy place. Go above and beyond. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to read the book on each one of these. The last one is The Sacred Food, baby. The Sacred Food. The sacred food. Sacred is like holy, set aside, apart from all the other foods. This is a special kind of food. This is a person that takes chances in a positive manner. A sacred food. So let's find out together what this sacred food is, all right? Now, I'm going to grab the book now and we're going to do some reading. I'm going to start with the, what was that I just used? The Sacred Rebel book? Yeah. So let's go there. All right. The first one that they gave you was number 34, In the World but Not of the World. All right. So here we go. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses. At other times, it is clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable. Nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You were born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you have been conditioned to be, you will experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. Okay. Number 19 says, dream a beautiful dream. This oracle also comes with a particular message for you. There is a situation in your life right now where you feel uncertain about your ability to fix or heal. You lack the inspiration to be able to imagine it differently than how it currently seems to be. You may therefore hide inhibited in your ability to bring about constructive change. However, the perfect beauty of this situation is not revealed by what you attempt to do to it or through it or through trying it to impose the right dream upon it. It is to be healed and perfected into all that it can be through the revelation of beauty that already lies within it. This happens when we accept the existence of inner harmony in all of creation, even if it cannot be consciously observed. By expecting there to be beauty within a situation, even if it is hidden, you will be more open to seeing the healing potential, even in your challenges. Don't attempt to force the situation or issue to take the right shape. Instead, ask it to show its beauty to you. Ask it to show its beauty to you. This might apply to your body, to your relationship, to your finances, work situation, a new creative project, or anything else. From this place of inquiry, you will begin to grasp the creative genius of what is, and avail not only its potential beauty, but how perfect it is for you at this time, just as it is. In opening up the beauty within yourself and your circumstances, you also open up to change. What we accept can change most easily. It is when we resist or deny that change slows down the suffering persists. You can overcome resistance and denial by approaching it with a curious mind, an open heart, and the healing process. The next card you got was the receiving card, number 27. I'm sorry, did I say receiving? Yeah, receiving card, number 27. Okay, they say, the healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel of having need in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggles that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In the space, there is joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows out more freely, and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept that it is too great of a gift, that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You're impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe, enough with a false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it, soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. Sacred rest. All right. Here's the healing process. They say this aloud. I release all false guilt and shame about having needs and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and gifts of happiness that it brings. I understand that rest and activity balance, feed, and nourish each other. There is sacred healing that happens through rest, which is very powerful. I accept and receive this now. Through unconditional love, this is now so. Now, they want you to read this story aloud as well. So I'm going to read it for you, ladies and gentlemen. The great French Impressionist painter, Monet, sat in his garden on a warm afternoon. He was napping lightly in his garden bench, with the sunlight dappling gently through the straw hat resting over his face. It was soft and warm on his closed eyes. He sighed contentedly. A nosy neighbor poked his head over his face. I'm sorry. A nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence, keen to know what the brilliant artist was up to now. Sir, you are resting, the curious neighbor called out. No, responded Monet, wriggling to get even more comfortable on his reclining garden chair. I'm working. He relaxed further as the mild breeze tickled the hair on his forearms. Monet returned to his garden the next day, consumed by the urge to translate his feelings onto the canvas. He painted with great energy and focus. He was inspired, and the paint flowed. Again, the nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence. He called out, Sir, you are working. No, said the artist, barely pausing with his brush. I am resting. When you are done, give yourself a hug and perhaps have a nap or a cup of tea, or do a little dance around your living room, or paint, relax, go for a walk in the park, or do a spot of window shopping. Just be, play, laugh, and relax. Give yourself what you feel you need at this time. Collective. If you aren't certain, that's fine. Guess and know that the more often you do this, the more skilled you will become in identifying and meeting your needs. Your next card is number 14, going beyond normal. Okay. Going beyond normal. This oracle brings you a special piece of guidance. You are moving outside of the plan. You are living on the border of what is socially accepted. This is good. Okay. This is fringe dwelling, freedom. Others might not see this about you straight away, as you seem pretty normal, but the secret eccentric streak is just waiting to show itself. And maybe you are an out and proud fringe dweller, completely comfortable with this way of being. Either way, this oracle brings you the message that you now have a chance to live from the heart more deeply and expressively than ever before. It wants you to realize that this is a legitimate, empowered, and creative way to live that honors all of who you are. You can give up forcing or squashing yourself down into a very limited set of so-called desirable qualities like intellect and controlling. If you are yet to relate to this consciousness, this oracle brings you to a further message that you are going to be breaking this tradition. Perhaps not entirely, but at least in a way that is meaningful to you. This will require you to have courage in your convictions and faith in your heart's truth. This will help you and inspire others around you to step out of fear and live more freely and lovingly. You are not necessarily meant to abandon logic and intellect altogether. You are to use them and serve the desires of the heart rather than to replace its naturally spontaneous and truthful nature with control, planning, and narrow strategy. It's time to get a bit wild and let nature take its course. The last card you have is the Fool card, number 40. Okay? And y'all can check out the numbers if you like. And the last card is the Sacred Food. Yeah, baby. The Sacred Food. Now, they say the sacred fool in you is willing to leave behind what has been because it no longer feels right to stay attached to it. The sacred fool in you trusts life completely. It would never occur to this part of you to try and outsmart life or resist its flow. It recognizes that the mind is a monkey puppet on a string. More often than not, it is cajoled into fear when it could be playfully dwelling in the radical spontaneity of life. So, the sacred fool in you urges your mind to let itself be pulled into joy by the heartstrings, not into fear and doubt by the controlling machines of mass media. This oracle brings you a message. It is time for you to play. It is time for you to let life happen in a completely unreserved, unscripted way. The more bizarre, left of field, unexpected, and apparently ridiculous, the better. This might not feel safe or appropriate at first. That's okay. That is good, actually. It is a sign that you are breaking with your own self-imposed conventions. It is time to move beyond them now because a bigger life adventure is calling you. This is wonderful news. It is the desire of life to operate more radically through you so that you become the conduit through which miracles and crazy wild synchronicities can occur. You are becoming more electric. You are more plugged into the apparent randomness of life. You are more plugged into the intelligence behind it all. The sacred fool goes with this without having to understand any of it, which is good. Trying to access even more genuine glimpse of life, unfathomable genius would probably make one's head explode. As you take this journey, you may find that people around you are challenged. You might unintentionally cause them to rethink the way they live their lives. They may question whether the way they are living is only way for them or even the best way. At first, they may react rather than take responsibility. The sacred fool in you doesn't engage with this. It is what it is, and it rises and falls as it will. It doesn't stop you from your merry dance or unconventional being. If you find yourself making choices that have others question your sanity, then you are on the right course. You may feel that you are quite possibly going insane, collective, but you are not crazy. You are just approaching enlightened awareness. There is a moment, sometimes a rather long one, when we wake up to life, shed our attachments to other opinions, shed our attachments to mass opinions. Okay, where was I at? Oh yeah, here we go. You are just approaching enlightened awareness. There is a moment, sometimes a rather long one, when we wake up to life, shed our attachments to mass opinions, and float in a completely different state of mind. We might find that no one is really able to understand or connect with us to the point that we question our state of mind. Stay with that. It will pass. You will eventually see that you are becoming sane in an insane world. The tables will turn and you will gain greater inner freedom and creative juice. Stay in touch. Stay on your path. Stay on your journey. Remember to take nothing too seriously, and it will all work out perfectly. Okay? All right. I hope this message was able to help you some, and I will too. Go back and re-listen to it and watch it. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I do apologize for the interruptions, and I'll come back and do another video just for you. Yay, yay.